welcome to the Trailer Park Boys Fan Federation podcast. It's a podcast by Trailer Park Boys fans for Trailer Park Boys fans. And because this is the premiere episode, I'm going to introduce myself. My name is Morgan Rector. I've been a fan of Trailer Park Boys since, I believe, the mid-2000s. I became a fan just because my mother had been watching it on Showcase, which is the original network that produced it and aired it. And I started noticing, it was a really funny show. And it went from there. Eventually, I started buying the DVDs and watched the whole thing. A little more about me. I'm originally from Nova Scotia, where the show is set and produced. And so it has a personal connection to me in that regard. That's where I come from. So Raymond is our co-host, and he's going to tell us a little bit about him now.
Hey fuckers, my name is Raymond Hazen. I live in California, in down here in America, and I'm a longtime Trailer Park Boys fan. Basically, I discovered the show. I'd say it's about 2004, 2005, around that time. I had a buddy who had satellite dish, and if you aim the satellite dish in the right direction, you could get late night showcase episodes down here. And Trailer Park Boys happened to be one of them from Showcase. And we just fell in love. And so I've been a fan for, coming on 15 years now. And I'm ready to get this thing rocking and just have a blast, bud.
So what was it that you liked about the show particularly?
Well, there really isn't too much that you can't love about it. Not to get too deep into my story, like every little aspect about the show, there's a part of my life there's been. I've lived in a car, I've lived in a shed. I come from a trailer park type people, like everything you think about, like I related to 100%, and I absolutely adored everything that I saw. And it was funny because years later, after my buddy dad, who used to, get the episodes that came in, years later, this is probably about 2008, 2009 by this point, I randomly found a Countdown to Liquor Day on YouTube. And that kind of became the staple speaking point of my life for a while. Like I related so much to the boys and just how dysfunctional they are, because I come from a dysfunctional family, dysfunctional people. We're all a little bit fucked up, but we're all good people and beautiful in our own twisted, crazy ways, just like the boys, just like everyone from the park. They're all fucked up, but they're beautiful people if you actually get to know them. You know what I'm saying?
So do you find that the show reflects the realities of real trailer parks?
No. It doesn't reflect the realities of real trailer parks. Because I heard about how a lot of trailer park people got upset about that. They were like, we're not really like this, and you're painting a bad picture. And Mike Clattenburg even said himself, I'm not, this is kind of a satire. It's not really reality. No, it's not reality in that aspect, but in the extremes of reality, it is normal. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Okay.
Yeah, there was this association, I think, of manufactured home dwellers, or the name was something along those lines, and they really got a beef with Trailer Park Boys because they feel like that the show gives people who live in mobile homes a bad name. But I know that there are different kinds of trailer parks. Every year, my uncle, well, not during COVID, but he would go to Florida as one of the so-called snowbirds, the Canadians who go down there to spend the winter, and he stays in a trailer park for seniors. Everyone is 55 years of age and older, and there's no crime there. So, there are certainly different kinds of trailer parks, that's for sure.
Definitely, Tops.
Yeah.
But yeah, so anyone who goes, this is, that's kind of the people who go, whatever you say is inside a box. Nothing's inside of a box, there's more than one definition to everything.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it resonated with me on a personal level because I identify as white trash, though no one's actually designated as such on the show. But
That's all right.
I know what it's
I
like
love
to
it,
be.
bud.
Yeah, I know what it's like to be poor and have people look down
Yeah.
upon you, and so that and it makes me feel better about that situation watching the show because I'm thinking, well, my life isn't as bad as Ricky's. I don't live in a car, and not cooking breakfast outdoors, on top of the
Well, see,
car.
I've been there. I've done all that very same thing, and that's the type of thing. Like, it's funny. Like, maybe this is something we can all dive into as time goes on. I used to be homeless, and I lived down by the river in a tent. And my one buddy, I used to call him every night on the phone, and he would turn on Trailer Park Boys and set his phone on next to the TV just so I could lay there in the tent and
Yeah.
listen to the boys talk. And it was like someone reading a bedtime story to me, you know?
Oh yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know how many times I've watched the whole series. I just keep doing it. I can keep watching it over and over again. Whereas,
Over and
yeah,
over, over and over.
yep, I have the whole thing on DVD, and yeah, I don't know. I just keep, well, I mean, the only thing is, and this is kind of we can parlay this into one of the next topics. It gets a little hairy when it comes to season 10 because that's where Candy comes along, and she's my least favorite character in the whole series. I find it really hard to watch it when she's on screen. I don't know how do you feel about that character?
I don't mind her at all. There is literally only one, and I don't even like the word literally, but there is only one character and actress that I have not liked ever in my life, and it is Lucy. I
Lucy,
can't
huh?
stand Lucy. I don't like Lucy at all. I have always felt for as stupid and crazy as Ricky is, she's not good enough for him.
Not really, no. Well, did she ever really care
No,
about him?
no, not at all. That's my point. We've all had that buddy's girlfriend or that girlfriend ourselves who she just only cares about what she's getting, and she will bang whoever, whatever, for whatever fucking reason, as long as she's getting her way. And so Lucy is literally the only person I've never liked in the show.
Yeah, I understand. I mean,
Everyone else I love. Everyone else I love.
yeah, when Lucy Decotere left the series, I think it was like season 11 or season 12, somewhere
Right
around
around
there.
there,
Yeah,
yeah. Right
I
around
didn't
there.
miss her. I don't miss Lucy at all. Yeah, she
Not at all.
no. Sarah can be obnoxious, but she was actually a better girlfriend. She lived with Ricky in the car, and
Hey,
yeah,
and she's at least hot too.
yeah, she is that too. Yeah, I
you
mean,
know.
I mean,
So I
Lucy,
mean, it's all win-win. You know.
yeah, Lucy's level of quality control can't be that high. I mean, she dated Randy and Cyrus and George Green. Anyone who had any money, she'd go to. So
George fucking Greenoff. Fuck you, George. I hate George Green. Man, I remember I saw the boys live down here in California. Shit, what was it? A year and a half ago, roughly. Man, it was so great. We started "Fuck George Green" chant, everything.
oh
Man, it was
yeah,
so awesome. I got pictures. I'll share. I'll share pictures with you, man. I got pictures. I got my buddy Kevin, who's my best buddy. He went with me. My lesbian buddy Virginia, she's my fucking homegirl. She went with me, and the three of us went. We got hotel rooms. We went down here. It was down in where the hell did we go? Down in San Francisco. We went down to Warfield, I think. No, we went to Oakland. That's where it was. It's down the hill from me. It's a couple hours away or whatever. But whatever. It was a good ass show. That's all I know.
oh I believe you.
And we partied so much. It was so great.
Oh man, I'm envious. I never got to see one of those shows yet.
No,
No, I
we
I
gotta
want
make
to.
this happen, bud.
Oh yeah, I live in Toronto, and they do come here when they go on tour, but of course that's not going to happen for a while right now. But I hope to see it someday.
You will, bud. That will happen. Make sure.
Oh yeah, and oh yeah. So I was going to ask you as well. So I asked you about if the show reflects the realities of living in a real trailer park. So it doesn't. How about the realities of living in a car? How accurately did it portray that? Do you think?
Okay, that it kind of does. It kind of does. I mean, I've lived in a car and it gets cold and you know and it's cramped and it gets a little bit whatever. But it's not horrible. It's not horrible. You can live in a car. Like all right. So long story short, like let me tell you about the boys because like I've been to jail a bunch. Like okay, so I fucking hold on. Let me have a little liquor drink.
Yeah, yeah, cool.
Hope you don't mind, buddy.
No,
Hope you
no,
don't
no.
mind. Anywho, a little bit of the sash right here. Anyway, so long story short, here's how I met the boys. Okay, me and my buddy Kevin, who one day I would love it for y'all to meet or you to meet or whatever. But anyway, my buddy Kevin, he had this satellite dish, right? And it used to be one of those old school satellites, the big old ones. You could just point in different directions, and it just was a satellite dish. You ever seen? They got those up there in Canada.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about, the big old thing, not the direct TV little satellite dish thing that we all see now. I'm talking about the big old metal ones. Anywho, I was at his house one day and we're hanging out, barbecuing, drinking liquor, hanging out. Just me and him and his wife. We're hanging out, having a good old time. And if you pointed the dish in the right, we were just channel surfing. And next thing you know, the stupidest thing we ever saw ever came on.
Yeah.
And because we picked up Showcase, bud.
Yeah.
And I bet you know Showcase.
Yeah, yeah.
That's rare down here, but we picked it up, man. And so we got some Showcase. And so we started watching the show, man. It was the stupidest, funniest thing I ever seen in my life. Trailer Park Boys. But we didn't know the name at the time, and we didn't know, and we forgot it. Like, we didn't know. Okay? Fast forward, like, fucking almost 4 or 5 years later, I just get out of the jail prison time, my first time I was there. And I come home, and next thing you know, on YouTube, this link pops up because this one, what the hell was I watching? I don't remember what I was watching. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. This thing pops up and goes, "Hey, what's this?" And I click on it, and it's freaking Countdown to Liquor Day.
Oh, yeah.
And I went, "Oh my goodness, this is it. This is the boys." And so I started watching that, and then I emailed or I texted to my buddy, and then, I mean, shoot, it's been a wrap since then,
Yeah, yeah. So who's your favorite character? Is there one you relate to the most?
Hands down, that is not a hard question to answer. That's very easy. I mean, Mr. Leahy, man, for sure.
Really, yeah.
Mr. Leahy is my favorite. I love Mr. Leahy. And, I mean, as weird as it is, because, like, I relate to every character. My buddy and I have chatted about this, how, like, each of us find characteristics about ourselves, about everybody. Even Cyrus. Like I'm very Ricky. I'm very Julian because, like, I want to, run the show and figure out how we're going to handle things. I'm very Cyrus in the fact that I'm not here to cause problems, but I don't mind making some. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm very Bubbles because, like, I'm not an idiot. I'm actually smart. I'm willing to build some things to help us figure it out. Like there's aspects to ourselves that's the thing about the boys that even you, bud, I bet anyone who's listening, I bet if you guys time out for a second and just listen, you will find aspects about yourself that are all of them. Everyone. All the boys, all the J-Rock, doesn't matter. We have aspects about ourselves that are everyone.
Oh, yeah.
And so, oh, totally, bud. And so that's what I love the most about them,
One interesting development that's come up, I don't know if you've been aware of this, but Gina Harrison, who played Trinity, she's got an account at one of that website OnlyFans, and I'm not sure entirely what she does there, but it seems to involve appearing scantily clad. Do you know a lot about that?
I have heard. I have yet to go there. I don't have an OnlyFans. I've been kind of curious to go there and check it out, but then again, I'm afraid to do it just because it might change my, mental opinion of her.
Yeah, maybe.
Not that it would be bad. I mean, hey, if you want to get naked and share your bits for the world, like, hey, who the fuck am I to say nothing to nobody, right?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, like, when you're somebody who I look at as just little, it's Mister, it's like some little girl. Like, I shouldn't really look at you like that. Does that make sense?
Oh yeah, like we watched that girl grow up. Like she looked like she was only like 6 or 7 years old when she was first on the show, season one, and
Yes,
and it's also I
sir.
remember somebody pointing something out too. Funny details that Jacob's a full-grown adult in the first season, and then ends up robbing that cradle pretty hardcore. You know.
Oh my God! Yeah, you brought that up. I thought about that all the time. Because in the beginning, if you go all the way back, because I'm pretty sure Jacob's in the pilot episode too.
I think so. Yeah, because he always had these like
Yeah,
menial jobs.
and
Yeah.
and she's like full in that.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I'm watching those scenes and I'm thinking he's gonna impregnate this girl like 20 years from now or whenever it was. Yeah.
It's all right, bud. We shouldn't talk too much. We're gonna make it sound like it's a bunch of pedophiles in the show or
Oh
something.
yeah. I don't know. I think she's attractive now. I should emphasize now.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I don't know what she did. It seems to be correlated with gaming. I think. I don't know. I don't know if that means that like you score some points and she removes something. I don't know what she does, but
Yeah.
OnlyFans seems to be popular with women who do these things. I don't see how a guy could profit from that site. But you pay money, and I don't know.
Well,
yeah.
I can tell you why a guy can't profit from it. Because guess what? We all got ball sacks, and none of them are sexy.
Yeah, that's right. Yep.
That's why, bud.
Yeah.
If we were all chicks with boobs and ass, we'd all make money off OnlyFans.
Yeah, exactly.
But since none of us are OnlyFans, we can't.
Well, feminists complain about the male gaze, but a lot of women profit from it and become empowered that way. So it can't be all bad.
Yeah. Heck no, buddy.
Yeah. So what was So I would say my favorite character is Ricky because I find it really amusing how he's just such a profoundly selfish guy, but in a way that seems to be the recipe for happiness when you think about it. Like if you just truly don't care about how your affections affect other people, and you just if someone's giving you a static about it, you just tell them to fuck off. I guess I like that myopic view of his. I'm not saying that I try to emulate him in that regard, but I guess part of me admires it to a degree.
No, I get you. No, I get you 100%.
Yeah. So and I imagine the show doesn't exactly present a realistic depiction of prison either. It's probably a pretty sanitized version, like the
No, it's very sanitized. Yeah, it makes it seem humorous and funny, and it has its moments though. It does have its moments.
Well, what do you think about the jail series?
What's that?
The jail series. How do you like that?
I've been watching every episode, and I fucking love it, and I laugh my ass off. And anyone who doesn't can't laugh. See, that's the thing, bud. Excuse me a second. I just took a dab.
Yeah, sorry.
Look, hold on. I need a liquor drink. Hold on. I got some liquor here, guys.
Really?
What the hell is this? It's Old Smoky Moonshine.
Oh,
Anyone
wow.
who never had no liquor, send your love out to Old Smoky Moonshine.
Really?
Simply because I'm drinking it, they ain't paying me, I'm just drinking it.
Really? So do they?
Anywho,
they don't sell that in stores here. I guess that's mostly an American. Did you buy it from the store?
Probably an American thing. Actually, my neighbor gave me the bottle.
Oh, he did. Eh?
Yeah. Actually, I was over at the neighbor's house. Because today's Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So we were drinking at my neighbor's house, and then my neighbor said, "Hey, you should probably head over because you're supposed to go on this show, right? I go, yeah, I guess I am supposed to. And he goes, well, here, have some liquor and take off.
Yeah, right.
So I took off, right?
Yeah,
So I got a little bit of liquor, and here we are.
yeah, cool, man.
Any hoosers. Anywho, what the hell are we talking about?
We were talking about, oh yeah, jail. Yeah, you were saying it not a realistic
Oh,
depiction
yeah.
of jail. I guess you weren't drinking booze with the guards, right?
No, it ain't like that. You don't drink with the cards or nothing. But I mean, I remember one of the first times I ever went there. I'm standing there, and over in the shower area is like over there, you know. And there's this one guy. He's looking at me. I'm looking at him. And he's looking at me. He kind of does one of those, you know, hey, come here nods. Hey, come here. You know that nod. Hey. So I'm like, I'm looking at him. He goes, you know, fuck, I wish you were on video, because if y'all saw me right now, you'd see what I'm saying. He nods this way, like, come here, dude.
Yeah.
So I walk over there, and he goes, hey, I'll smoke some weed. And I'm like, fucking, yeah. Like, hello, I'm in jail in Oregon. I don't even know nobody around here. Like, what else am I supposed to do? Yeah, I want to smoke some goddamn weed. Excuse my language. And he goes, all right. He fires this thing up and fucking just chokes me out and sends me on my way, man. And I was like, what the hell is this? He goes, nothing. Just if the door's cracked tomorrow, remember who smoked you out.
Wow. That could be ominous.
Like, what? Like, if the door's cracked tomorrow, just remember who? What?
What does that mean? Did he explain that, what that meant? Or?
No, I mean, when the doors cracked the next day, there fucking happened to be a fight in the fucking hallway, dude. And so I don't know if that meant what we were talking about. I don't know if it was just happenstance random, but it happened. It really did. And so I was like, what the hell? And fucking, I got in a fight with a dude in the hallway. Like, no, I didn't fight him, but I got in a fucking push fight with this dude in the hallway. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm drunk right now, so I might say something, but I'll correct it. Don't worry. Anyway.
Well, I guess it shouldn't be surprising that in an Oregon prison you'd be offered pot.
Yeah, dude. My cellie was a dude who shot another dude's head off.
Really? Wow.
It was insane.
And by the way, what did you go to jail for?
Oh no! Me and a friend's sister, we were up there, and we had weed, and it was in Oregon, and we fucking got in a car accident, and my friend's sister was in a car, and there was a bunch of weed in the car, and fucking Oregon got all kinds of crazy about it. There's a bunch of weed in the car. I'm talking like 19 pounds of weed.
Okay, that's quite a bit of weed, yeah.
I don't mean to. I'm trying to say just weed a bunch of times, but like, I can hear you not getting me yet, and I'm like, fuck, man. And I understand this shit's going live eventually, but damn it, like, it was a bunch of weed, you know? Like, it was a bunch of weed, guys. Did anyone get me yet?
So what, were you accused of trafficking too?
Yes, sir. And all I was doing was bringing A to B, you know?
Yeah,
A to B.
yeah.
That's it. A to B. But it happened, and, you know, whatever. So.
I don't know, it's weird, you know, like, there just seems to be too much incarceration in America. It just seems like, it's like everybody I've ever known who lives in America, either they've gone to jail or their friends have gone to jail.
Or
like
someone else has.
Yeah. It's really strange.
Yes, sir.
My girlfriend lives in North Carolina right now, and she's been in jail. And I guess maybe she has friends who have been as well. And my ex-girlfriend lives in Tennessee, and she had friends who had been in jail. And I mean, you know, it's not like they were innocent, but At the same time, I don't know, possession for like a dime bag. I mean, I don't know if that's a. I mean, isn't that a victimless crime?
Pretty much, dude. Over here, a dime, dude. I could find that crime under my shoe. You know,
Oh
like
yeah,
a dime bag crime is nothing. That's why we call it a dime bag crime. You know? Dime bag crime. It kind of rhymes, you know.
oh yeah, yeah. So yeah, you could be on the damn show, man. You are one of those guys.
I am, bud.
Yeah,
I wish we were on Skype right now because I want you to see Trailer Park Corner.
yeah. I can.
I have a I have a corner built out.
Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna create a Facebook group for the show, and then we can post stuff there. You could shoot some video and
All
all.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So how'd you react when you first got the news that John Dunsworth died? I remember thinking, "Oh my God, please let this be a hoax." And it's funny because he was always the villain on the show, and yet, he died, and it's like I totally, I just felt I didn't realize how much I liked him until then.
All right. So I'm wearing my shirt because when I got the email from you asking me who's your favorite, I thought I would have a chance. I thought we were on video. I wore the shirt. Anyway, Mr. Leahy is by far my favorite. By far, by far, by far. What happened is it broke my goddamn heart. Like, I'm still crushed. Like, I want to cry right now. Like, I want to cry. I don't care who hears it. Put this all over the internet. I don't care. Old Scoop Dad Raymond Hazen, Scoop Dad Leahy Jr. says, I would cry right now for Mr. Leahy. And I don't care who hears me. Anywho, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Yeah, I'm kind of drunk and high.
That's all right. Have you seen
Anywho.
Have you seen those documentaries that were made about him? Those short
Yeah,
documentaries.
dude, I used to. You know, my favorite thing in the world is what's that playing with rocks thing? Get a hobby. Get a hobby.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dude, I love that. You know that there's nothing more in this world I want to do than come up there and go see his rock wall.
Yeah, I'd like to see that too. Yeah.
Oh, that'd be so nice.
Yeah, I didn't know
So
much about
nice.
him before he passed away, and yeah, he's a pretty fascinating guy, and I love that bit of philosophy at the end of season 12 when he says, when you're dead, but if you're not quite as dead if you contribute something, and I think that is
That's
very
right,
true.
bud.
Yeah.
That is one of the most like philosophical Zen moments I've ever heard ever.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, he's a very
Yeah.
intelligent man, and I liked his attitude as well. Like, there was a time when there really wasn't much of a film and TV industry in Nova Scotia, but he had this can-do attitude. He just thought, well, we'll start a casting agency. We'll get the ball rolling. We'll create the resources so that people can shoot things here. And he played a huge role in making it possible to produce TV down there.
Oh, that's so great, dude.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, but
Yeah, it's all right.
excuse me. Sorry, buddy.
Hey, there's lots of coffee on the show.
I just had a little rip of some dope, I'm always smoking a joint every time I can.
Yeah. Well, hey, what could be more appropriate, right? They always smoke it on the
Right?
Park After Dark podcast. So,
That's right, buddy.
yeah.
That's right.
I have to confess, I was a little disappointed when I found out Sarah Dunsworth got married. Not that there was ever a chance that I would even so much as meet her, but you know how it is when you had like a celebrity crush and then they link up with someone.
I 100% understand. Because I've had the hots for Sarah for years.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
I mean, just look at her one time. She's gorgeous.
Yeah, always was, yeah. Her looks haven't really changed that much over the years. But I have to admit, too, I kind of like MILFs. I would totally do Barb Leahy. Especially if she could give me a discount on lot fees or something like that. Because
Dude,
I love how promiscuous she is. She's banged Ricky, she's banged Julian, all these
I'm
guys.
going to say it one time. I am not attracted to Barb, but I would take her down.
Yeah. Oh
I
yeah.
don't know why. I don't know what it is.
Oh yeah. I get it. Yeah. Well,
I would so do it.
I love in season 12 she kind of like blackmailed Ricky into banging her so she could make that crazy with him.
Is that when they passed out the crystals?
I think it was, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, she gets around, that's for sure. So obviously you have a membership at SwearNet. Have you watched a lot of the other shows besides the series?
Yes. Has anyone watched Green Mountain? Have you watched Green Mountain yet?
I haven't watched that. What was that about again?
Dude, okay. It's I don't know. I don't know what it's about. It's a couple of guys. They're not the boys, but it's damn hilarious. It's just some guys. If you got the app, you turn on Green Mountain. The shit is hilarious.
Yeah, there's a whole lot of shows on there I haven't seen yet. I've seen
Good.
Park After Dark, In Jail. I've saw a little bit of the Mailbag series. You must have watched.
Have you watched Fire on the Ferry?
I haven't seen that one. No.
Dude, you gotta watch Fire on the Ferry. There's only like 4 episodes, and 4 or 5. I think it's only 4, but it might be 5. But I think it's only 4. But anyway, doesn't matter. What I'm getting at is Fire on the Ferry. It's the boys, and it's really no, it's not Bubbles, Ricky, and Julian. It's John, Paul, fucking Rob, fucking Mike, man. And they decide to get loaded and go on the ferry, man. And here's what happens when they're on the ferry, as in on the bus ride in town,
Yeah.
It's great, dude. It's so funny.
So
It's
they appear
hilarious.
as themselves.
It really is.
So they appear as themselves. They're not playing any characters at all.
Yeah, no, it's just them.
Yeah, I got to check out more of the programming on that site.
Yeah, you do. Dude, I thought we were gonna. I wish we were on video chat. I wish you could see it. I got my whole walls plastered with the boys.
Really? Well, let me see if I can get the video going.
Did I get Skype going?
Well, I am recording you over Skype. That's how I called you, but I can never get the video going. I have problems with that.
Well, you called my cell phone.
Well, one thing I could do, maybe I could try calling you through Chrome next time.
Next time, because the thing is, it's on my cell phone now. To go to my computer, I would have to hang up at least, right?
Yeah. Well, why don't you shoot some video and then send it to me, and I'll upload it to the Facebook group that I create.
Sounds good, bud.
Yeah.
Sounds good. And then maybe next time we'll call this way and we can video and get some more stuff, man.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
For sure.
Oh yeah.
All right.
So what's that Leahy and Randy show like? Have you watched that one? You must have, right?
Oh, of course, I've watched videos. No, it's funny how you ask that up, because my best buddy and I were talking about, because the thing is, who's your favorite? My favorite is Leahy. I think we've been over this, right? My buddy. So I got Trailer Park Boys on the YouTube over here.
Yeah.
So I got stuck watching Bubbles. Okay, repeat your question again, please, bud.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I was asking about that. There's a show on SwearNet where it's just Leahy and Randy doing a show.
On Leahy and Randy show. I love it. I do. I like that show. I wish there was more episodes. I don't know, man. I get a little upset talking about it. Because Mr. Dunsworth is dead.
Yeah.
And so it kind of, it bothers me a lot, but it really bothers me a lot. I love Mr. Dunsworth. I'm not crying. I ain't trying to cry online, you know.
No, I don't. I think.
I love Mr. Dunsworth. No, it's okay. Cool. I ain't tripping. Don't worry. The girls out there will love it. They'll be like, "Oh, he's sensitive."
Oh
and
yeah,
soft."
yeah. Well, I
They'll
think.
love
I
it.
think.
Don't
Well,
worry.
you're hardly the
Good.
only person who was
Good.
moved when he passed away, and I think, like, I was really touched by that end screen of season 12 when it said, "Our friend, our mentor, our hero."
Yeah,
Yeah, that was really great. I really thought it was,
that
yeah.
was good, man. I know what you're saying.
And what was the next thing I was thinking about? Wow, I'm not even high, and I forgot what my train of thought.
What, you got any liquor? You got any weed or any dope or anything?
I don't drink, but I do smoke weed from time to time. But see, that's just going to make it worse. See, I'm one of those people. I smoke weed and then I just blank out, man. I'm useless to the world.
It's all right, bud. I'll keep us on track. Don't worry.
So did you watch Drunken on Drugs Happy Fun Time Hour? I think
Happy
that's what.
Fun Time Hour?
Yeah.
Yes, like 18 times.
Oh yeah. It was interesting.
Yeah.
It was interesting though. I found it kind of hard to follow because like it's really fast paced and they're switching characters all over the place. But it was interesting. I might give that another go. Yeah.
It is. I find it hard because it's very homoerotic, homosexual, homo something. And like you have to be okay with it to be okay with the show. Because like I'm not homo, but like I'm not against it. You know what I'm saying? Like if you want to bang dudes, like cool. I don't give a shit. Like it don't bother me, you know? But so because I showed one buddy one time and he was like, "How come every character's half gay?" And then if they're not gay, they're banging a fucking deer.
Yeah.
I'm like,
Right.
well, look beyond that at the humor, right, bud?
Yeah. Right. Well, yeah. I was always amused by. Yeah. Sorry. Go on.
No. You first, bud.
I was always amused by how homoerotic the regular series is. It's all these guys who were like, by even Sam Osco, the caveman, had sex with a few guys, and Jacob seems to have some leanings, and Trevor, I think, is bisexual.
Yes,
Like
sir.
so many guys are into dudes to some degree, which is definitely, I mean, stereotypes of trailer park residents are that they tend to be racist and homophobic and all that. So that wasn't something I expected. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Yep.
I remember Sarah Dunsworth pointing that out on Twitter, saying, it's LGBT inclusive, and it sure is. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let me ask you, who's your favorite character?
Yeah. So Ricky, I guess, would be number one, but it's like there are a lot of I like Bubbles a lot. The three boys for sure.
Of course, man.
But of course, I guess maybe I like most of them except for Candy and Donna. I don't like those characters so much. Well, but it's funny though about Candy that if there is a silver lining, it's that she made me appreciate Leahy and Randy more because like she and Barb and Donna were really torturing them in season 10, and I felt bad for them. So it's like I think that was a turning point where I really started to like John Dunsworth and Leahy a lot more.
Yeah. No, my best friend and I, like, we are big Randy and Leahy guys.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. The funny thing is, neither one of us are gay.
Yeah.
But we're a couple of drunk gay trailer park supervisor guys, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, the amazing thing
doesn't matter, man.
The amazing thing about John...
No, go ahead first. You go.
Sorry.
What?
The amazing thing about John Dunsworth was that he rarely took a drink, and then yet he played a drunk and an alcoholic so effectively, where it's just like there's scenes where he's just fucking losing his mind. He's so drunk, and yet it was totally fake. Yeah.
To my understanding, my American Californian understanding, Mr. Leahy, actually, Mr. John Don, yeah, I'm drunk, sorry.
It's all right.
Mr. John Dunsworth, he never actually drank.
Yeah, it was, well, I don't think he was completely, well, he would take one drink, I think, once in a while. But yeah, he never had a drinking problem. He would just, I don't know if he modeled it after real alcoholics, but yeah, it's just amazing to me that he could do that despite never having been an alcoholic himself, you know?
So excuse me, hold on.
That's right.
Hey, I had a question.
Yeah.
Hey, us in America, I have a question for you Canadians.
Yeah, sure. Yeah.
Do you have a show called Littlest Hobo?
We do, yeah. Were you asking because of that scene where Ricky's watching the show on his little TV?
No, I've actually watched all the episodes because I looked it up myself because that's the kind of guy I am.
Yeah, that's part of Canadian television history. It's a classic show. I watched it growing up in the 80s. And
I just wanted to know if like you actually knew about it or if that was just bullshit they were selling us.
Oh,
no, I know about the dog. Yes, trust me, I know.
And it's funny, there's that song, some guy plays a cover of that song, the theme song, at the end of, I think it was season 10, as Julian's leaving the trailer park, and I remember listening to it, I'm thinking, the singer sounded a lot like Johnny Cash, but at one point I thought, wait a minute, I know these lyrics, and it was the Littlest Hobo theme song, you know?
It was.
Yeah, that was really cool, yeah. Yeah, it's funny how Bubbles is always like accusing Julian of being gay. And
man, it's so nice to be here, bud.
Yeah. Well, I hope you take this with the best of intentions, but you kind of remind me of Dean from the Jail series, like an American Dean.
Oh yeah.
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 I mean, I'm sure you don't inhale markers or anything like that, but
no, not at all, bud. That's all right.
Yeah, he was originally in a couple movies called Fubar and Fubar 2, and
yes, yeah. I know them very well. I love Fubar.
Oh, you do? Yeah. I have the first movie. And yeah, I'm wondering if he's going to end up being like a part of the regular series. I mean, they don't crank out Fubar videos. So.
I'll tell you right now, it wouldn't upset me.
Yeah, I'd like it, yeah. Yeah, he fits in perfectly there.
Fuck, I need a cigarette, dude.
Oh, here's another topic. Which episode has made you laugh the hardest? Mine is... Where in the fuck is Oscar Goldman? The part where Ricky starts tearing apart Lady's
Oh my god, okay. I can't tell you what makes me laugh the most, but I can tell you the episode you just named is funny.
Oh yeah, and it's like, why would I kidnap a chicken?
No, go ahead, bud. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's this lady's like, why would I kidnap a chicken? Yeah, it was hilarious.
I can admit, when Mr. Leahy's down, he goes, a cock is a sign for a male rooster.
Yeah, right.
This shit is hilarious, bro.
Oh, yeah, that's brilliant. I love that whole season. Season 6 is really solid. That's my favorite season of the whole series, yeah.
I kind of personally love the original.
Yeah.
I like the raw, old school, fucking punch you in the nuts kind of old school filming shit.
Oh, you mean like when Mike Clattenburg was still involved in the series?
Yeah, back before Bubbles was anything important, you know. Not that I don't like Bubbles. I love Bubbles.
Oh, me too. Yeah.
Just you know, back in those days it was raw filming, you know.
Yeah, it's funny, when I first saw Bubbles, like that first episode where you meet him, I thought maybe he was like developmentally delayed or something just because of the way he spoke. And that he ended up being like one of the most intelligent, sensible characters on the show.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah. And one thing that I'd like to see again is in one of the movies. I think it was like the first movie they made. He was about to have a girlfriend, and then she just disappeared. It was not a canonical story point, but I'd like to see him get some action. You know.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, outside of doing porn with J-Rock, you know.
Well, I would do some porn with J-Rock.
Oh yeah, you would. Fire hose or speaking.
As long as they're buying some liquor and some dope, I mean, I don't care.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, one of his songs.
All right, so what's the first thing you found about the boys? How'd you find about them?
Yeah, so I didn't know. Well, I remember seeing commercials for it on Showcase, and I don't know, wasn't interested for some reason. And then, but you know, they would appear on TV, and I guess I was intrigued by all the swearing at first because they would air it like during the day during noon, funnily enough, but they would censor the swearing, of course, you know.
At noon?
Yeah.
Middle of the day.
Yeah. Like, I mean, being from there, it's funny because Nova Scotians are kind of rough. We're kind of very salty and earthy like that, and people down there swear a lot. They swear in front of children, and if you were to go down there, I think you'd find that actually a lot of the culture is reflected in the show. That's the funny thing about it. And it's hard to explain exactly what I mean, but there are a lot of guys who are kind of like Ricky, who are like these working class loose cannon types, and I felt like I knew guys like Bubbles too, which is another weird thing, but yeah, like Ricky's very much a Nova Scotian kind of guy. Yeah.
Closer to reality. Closer to the heart. All right, sorry, never mind. Anyway, as you were saying.
Yeah. So, yeah, those characters, Ricky and Bubbles, are particularly reflective of the culture down there. Julian, I don't know, he's almost more like an American, but yeah, what do you think of the accents? Did that strike you for a while there? Because some of them, like Randy, has a very
no. I mean, the truth, I don't know any better. They talk just as I do. If you ask me, like, I don't hear a difference. I really don't hear a difference.
Yeah. So you're not originally from California? You're not originally from California?
No, I'm born and raised right here in Cali.
Oh, you were raised. Yeah.
The thing is I guess I don't hear differences. So when someone talks to me, like, as long as you ain't I'm sorry, I'm a little drunk right now. As long as you're not chewing on your own tongue, you sound normal to me. You know?
That's cool, yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Mr. Leahy had a thick Nova Scotian accent, too.
He did.
Yeah.
He did.
Yeah,
he did. Actually, I can't say he did. Let me retract all of that. Hold it all back in. I can't say Mr. Leahy had anything. I don't know any better. I wish I knew. I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I think it was I'm a stupid American down here in California who pretends like he knows things. I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about.
Yeah, we all have moments like that.
You know? All I know is I love Mr. Leahy with all my life. That's my favorite. If you go on anyone on PlayStation, sign on and look up Scoop Dad Leahy. You'll find me. Scoop Dad _Leahy. That's me. I'm just saying, like, I love Mr. Leahy. He's one of the most. You guys up there got a show called Haven, don't you?
Yes, yeah, he was on that show, yeah.
I watched most of that series, too.
Is it good?
It's okay.
What's it about?
But it's about a series, like, there's spookle ghosts and shit happening. You know, there's ghosts and series, things happen up there with mystical reasons, and doesn't matter. Mr. Leahy's in it, though. And I watched half of it because of him, and it was nice.
I
But
watched.
it made me.
Oh,
I
go on.
watched it after he. I watched it after he left us, though. You know.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So I watched it just because I was trying to make myself feel good about watching things about him. You know.
Yeah.
If that makes sense.
Was he a very different
But
actor on that show? Like, was it very different from
no,
what you usually?
I mean, yes and no. He's a different character. If you've never watched it, if no one's ever watched it, it's called Haven. It's a Canadian show. Go watch it. It's not bad. I promise. It's not horrible. No one will be like, "Oh shit, this is crap," and walk away. Like if you watch it, you'll actually enjoy what happens. It's not a bad series. It's really not. But anyway, Mr. Leahy's in like there's like a couple hundred episodes. He's in almost all of them. He really is. And so that's why because I googled him up. I looked him up, and so this goes. Hey, if you watch this, you'll see a lot of his work. So I watched a lot of that show just because I wanted to watch him work. Because I love Mr. Leahy, man. I love John Dunsworth. John Dunsworth is very special to me. Like, I know I'm a stupid Californian way down here in America, and y'all can say whatever one wants to say, but damn it, Mr. Leahy means a lot to me, and John Dunsworth means even more.
Oh yeah.
And so I love him. I love him, and I will make sure that anything I ever do respects his memory. If that makes sense.
The only thing I've ever seen that had a Trailer Park Boys cast member in something else was this movie Hobo with a Shotgun. Rob Wells appears in that show.
I know exactly what you're talking about. Alexa, stop. I know exactly what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah, that was interesting.
Hobo with a Shotgun. We get that down here too. That's a great movie.
Oh yeah, and that has a Dunsworth connection because his daughter's in that. Molly Dunsworth plays the one of the leading roles. The hobo's
friend. So is Ricky.
Yeah, that's right. Though he gets killed off in the first
act. He gets his head taken off, bud.
That's right. Yeah. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
That's just funny. Oh shit! Hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I guess my Alexa started playing Liquor and Whores.
Oh, Liquor and Whores, yeah.
Liquor and Whores. My Alexa just started playing.
Oh, wow. So
and mustard and bologna, liquor and whores.
She was eavesdropping.
It doesn't matter, buddy.
She was eavesdropping on us, huh?
She was, bud.
Yeah.
And dope and mustard and bologna and bologna, 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 bologna. Liquor, mustard, and bologna. I get kind of silly sometimes, but I hope that's okay.
Yeah, that's all right.
Liquor. Come on, bud.
Oh, how'd you Oh, there was another actor who passed away. The one who played Philadelphia Collins. I can't remember his real name. How'd you like him?
So real story. I was locked up in prison, and then when I came home, Mr. Philadelphia Collins had passed away by then. It really upset me, man. It really hurt my feelings. Like, it hurt my heart.
Yeah, really.
Like, right down in here, man. You know? Does that make any sense? Like, right over here, right down here, the shit hurt. It hurt. because I lost somebody that matters.
Yeah, I get it.
Like, once again, go ahead, bud.
Well, yeah. I mean, did you ever see that photo of him where he's like he has a guitar and he's like rocking out with it?
Yeah, yeah.
I love that shot of him. So since your name is Ray, have you gotten any Ray
Yeah.
references?
Go ahead, I got to repeat, please.
Since your name is Ray, have you gotten any Ray references based on the show?
Well, no, because no one knows me.
Oh, okay.
But I mean, if my face gets thrown out there because it gets tied to this, then maybe, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows? Between now and then, the world's a fucking open banquet. We can always find our own way later, you know?
Yeah, well, when you start interacting with fans, they'll probably start saying fucking way she goes and all that kind of stuff.
So, but excuse me.
That's all right.
Something better.
Dude, it's like you're possessed by the spirit of Jim Leahy right now.
I am, bud.
Because he smoked
I
quite a
mean,
bit.
my buddy told me like it was meant to be for us to meet, and
Oh,
here,
yeah.
let me do this. Here we go. Doesn't matter, bud. Because like I was trying to explain, like I was like, hey, this guy is looking for somebody. Brother, here I am. You need someone to sit here every night and talk to you about things. I'm the guy.
That was
Right?
absolutely it.
You're gonna make me feel good about talking, and I'm gonna make you feel good about talking to somebody.
Yeah, I mean, well, I haven't met a lot of people in the outside world who know about the show. There's a girl who works at the supermarket across the street who's into it, but because I have a Trailer Park Boys T-shirt and she saw it, but it's really a cult show.
Well, then shit, man.
Yeah. Yeah, actually, she told me this story. She said like her boyfriend got her into it, and when he proposed to her, he did it in the style of when like Ricky proposed to Lucy. And
He's like pulled out a ring or something.
I think so. Well, I don't think it was like when he was in the hospital and they used like those onion ring things, but it was when he proposed to her and saying a lot of dumb things. I can't remember how that went now. But yeah, he proposed to her in the style of Ricky, and she accepted. So.
Oh, damn. That is nice.
See, I love those weddings that Ricky and Lucy had, where she's on the way to the altar and she's smoking a cigarette.
I'm Johnny Cash. Oh, I haven't shown you Vincent Pence.
Oh yeah.
I haven't shown you no pictures of Vincent Pence. I had a kitty named Vincent Pence.
You really did? Yeah.
I really do. Yes.
Oh wow. Does he actually have the pinched paws, or do you just?
No. He got no paw. He got no paw.
Yeah, that's a great name.
Here, but what's this shit? I'm gonna email you some things right now. He's got your belly. It's called Kitties Are So Nice. All right, America, here we go. Are you all ready? Kitties are so nice. Kitties are so nice. Get them down, swing them around. Tickle the bellies twice. What the fuck? Kitties. Shit, I'm drunk. Kitties. Kitties are so nice. What the fuck? Alright, let me do my paper. Me in a storm drain, covered in liquor and glue. After the snowman cleans him up in the paper shampoo. Fuck, I'm kind of drunk.
I was always curious to know how Gary Laser Eyes got his name. Maybe they'll explain that in the future.
Wait, what?
I was always curious to know how Gary Laser Eyes got his name. He always has these interesting names for his cats.
That is a good question. I'm curious about too.
Yeah. Well, I don't know about you, but I've got the listeners' bellies. Do you have their bellies?
Well, I got your belly. Who's got your belly, buddy?
We got all each other's and the fans and the people who are listening to the show. We've got your bellies. And so we made it through an hour. It was great talking.
It's been an amazing hour, bud.
It has been, yeah. So before we go, I'm going to invite everyone, if they want, they can suggest topics that we can discuss. They can send an email to rectormedia@gmail.com. That's RECTORMEDIA. And I'm going to set up a Facebook group, as I said.
Hey, Rector, they can send an email to scoopdad@gmail too.
They can do that, yeah.
Shoot me something also, and I'll get a hold of Rector if you want, you know.
That's right. And I'll be posting this on social media very soon. So,
hey, Rector, it was awesome being here, bud.
Thank you. Yeah, you too. On behalf of Raymond and myself, say goodnight to the bad guys.
Fucking good night to the bad guys, man.